You both said today that you love each other, and I believe it. But I'm trying to tell you, love is not enough for a successful marriage. There's so many other things that go in it. It's not just about you anymore.
Here is today's case.
When we started to get together for the finances with the wedding, he got some loans and it put us over $5,000 in the negative.
I negotiated my monies so we can upfront the wedding.
You thought you were gonna make the money back and be able to pay the loans back, and did that happen?
It didn't.
So was this not a sign to you before you got married that something was amiss?
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Your Honor, this is the case of Reed versus Reed.
Thank you, Juan. Shante Reed?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have brought your husband, Donnell Reed,
Yes, Your Honor.
to court today. The two of you have been together 1 year, married 8 months, but you say you are already living like roommates and you are ready to call it quits.
Yes.
Give me some background, ma'am.
Your Honor, it started off as a beautiful disaster that went wrong. The man that I thought that loved me, cherished me, respect me, adore me, and it just went left real quick.
How did the two of you meet?
Well, I should have went to church for one, but we met at my our apartment complex. I had just moved in a year prior to that, because prior to all of that, I went through a bad relationship. I went through homelessness, and it was just those years. But prior to that, it was a hard time for me.
When you say you should have went to church, what do you mean?
Because I met him on a Thursday night, and I was actually on my way to church.
Okay.
And he stopped me from across the street.
You were on your way to Bible study?
Yes, ma'am, Bible study.
And you didn't go to Bible study that night?
I didn't go to Bible study.
You stayed to talk to him?
Yes, we actually had our own Bible study.
So you said if you had gone to church,
I wouldn't have been in this
happened.
predicament.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. I wouldn't have to deal with the lies, the deceitfulness, the betrayal. I wouldn't have had to go through, relive my tragedies all over again, over and over again.
So when they said keep God first, you didn't do it.
I did.
Was your biggest mistake.
I was lusting.
Mr. Reed, tell me what happened, sir. Give me some background.
So all that is true. I did stop her, and we had our own Bible study, you know.
So that's how you made your first impression. She told you she was on her way to Bible study, and you said, let's have our own.
Yeah, well, it was along those lines, all right? So I'm thinking I'm getting, you know, that quality of woman, right? So, you know.
Did you all actually have a Bible study that night?
Yeah, we talked for like, what, 3-4 hours
it was
outside?
A long time.
You know, and then from that day forward, it was beautiful, right?
You say everything was beautiful until things took a turn for the worse. I'm saying you've only known each other for a year. So what happened in the first month?
I met her family. I asked her dad for her hand in marriage.
In the first month of meeting?
Within the first month.
That must have been
month.
Amazing Bible study.
Yeah, it was a beautiful disaster.
So you all got married 4 months after meeting?
3
months.
Yes.
4 months after meeting. What was it about him that made you want to move so quickly into marriage?
Because like I said, I was coming from a terrible place in my life and getting myself back on track with God. And he showed me something different than I ever experienced before. His charm is like, I felt like I could talk to him. I opened up to him.
So he was a good conversationalist, and the things that he was saying, you felt good about who he was presenting himself to be.
Exactly.
When did you say that changed?
It changed when we started to get together for the finances with the wedding and everything else. So we had to, because at first he agreed to pay for it. I said, okay, all right, you want to pay for it? Oh, thank you, Jesus. So I was trying to put all our money together and everything. And then I found out, I looked, it's like, you late on your rent. Like, what's going on? He paid it a week later. I said, and then I confronted him again. I say, why? I thought you had it this week. What happened to the money? You know, we trying to put things together for the wedding and stuff like that.
So you thought he was telling you he was going to pay for the wedding, but then he was late on rent, and that made you question his finances.
Yes.
His finance.
Yes.
And
I
so,
was negotiating.
so you found out later that he did not have the money? Who paid
He
for the
didn't
wedding?
because of what he did. He got some loans, and it put us over $5,000 in the negative.
Did you know he was getting the loans?
I didn't at all.
When did you find out he was getting the loans?
When I started questioning him about it. I say, so where's the money going? What's going on?
This was after you got married?
No,
You found
this
out
is
about the
actually in the
loans?
process of us getting married.
Okay, so you found out in the process of the two of you getting married that he was getting payday loans.
Yes.
Okay, tell me what was happening, sir.
So I have a agreement with my landlord and everything, and they knew what we was going through, so it was cool. So I negotiated my monies so we can upfront the wedding with everything, so we could be on time on a schedule. Okay.
She asked
Yes,
for a loan.
I was behind, but at the same time, it was on time because we had this arrangement. So
Okay, so so the
I knew I
payday
was gonna
loans.
get the money back.
So the payday loans, sir, were you taking out payday loans to pay for the wedding without talking to her about it on your own?
Right.
Why?
Don't agree
mean,
to
at
something
that-
that you didn't have.
Yeah, but at that time, but
You-
I'm going to get it back.
Okay, so
because
you thought you were going
I
to make the
that
money
kind of
back and be able to pay
Yeah.
the loans back, and did that happen?
It didn't. I took over everything. I took over the bills, the light bill, all the bills. I took over that, and of course, he gave me access to everything. I did draw back from him, so he's right. I can't stand him. And I hear him talking about, oh, my wife wasn't nothing before I met her. For to hear my husband say that about me, that tore me even more. If we have a relationship, it's between me and you, not the world.
So was this not a sign to you before you got married that something was amiss? Because here we are 8 months later.
It was a sign, but in my mind, I'm like, okay, things gonna come up in relationships. So it's something that you have to work through. So it went smoothly. We was blessed. The wedding was fully paid for. My dress was paid for. I had family, everybody that coming from directions helping out. So I was thinking, okay, this one thing came. So when the religion, he told me about his religion, I said, okay, it's all one God, it's no difference and all of that. So, and then that went as well too. And then he joined my church. I said, oh, this is a blessing from God. He done joined my church. I didn't ask him, I didn't pressure him.
I said that I'll try it out.
Hold on a second. So
Yeah.
what was the religious differences?
He's a Jehovah's Witness, and I'm just, non-denominational and a Christian,
So what do you say the issue is?
Well,
If
the
he joined your
issue
church?
started after the I do's. I say, hey, I know we're two different beliefs, but when we start having kids, is it okay for the children to worship what I worship, and can we do it? And he was like, yeah, he agreed to everything.
So what changed?
He changed.
So-
After the I do's, he started to be more demanding. You want me to be a Jehovah's? I said, I never led you on to saying I was going to join.
I never said for you.
So you didn't
join
say.
me.
So you didn't say, oh, you
I
want to
wasn't
come? You're gonna come to my Jehovah's Witness Kingdom halls, and you didn't come at me like
This-
that.
Sir,
This,
sir, did you want her to become a Jehovah's Witness? Okay.
No.
You did.
So you don't
demand
agree.
it.
So you don't agree, obviously,
No.
on
A
religion
demand.
because
I don't even demand nothing else.
You did demand that, Donnell.
I'm not gonna do this. It's only been 8 months. And the two of you can't even agree on what you disagree about.
Yeah.
What happened when you walked into the apartment in February?
February 19th, it was after Valentine's Day. I spent over $2,000-3,000 on my husband for Valentine's. Trying to make it special because I know that's something that he doesn't do. When I walked in,
$2,000 to $3,000 on what?
I had slingshots. I got him a nice watch. I got
For
him,
Valentine's Day?
For Valentine's Day. Donnell, he kept saying that, well, I don't feel like a man. I don't have control over my money. I don't have this. I can't, even with the lights. I'm 41 years old. I've been paying my own bills, yada, yada, yada. I said, okay, fine. Here you
was
go,
a
honey.
discussion.
You can have everything back. We all good. We copacetic. We good.
So what happened with the lights?
When I came home, it was no lights. No
What
lights on.
happened? Why didn't you pay that bill?
I missed that mark. Okay.
So you could understand why then maybe you aren't the best person to handle the finances if
I
the
agree.
light's gonna get cut off.
Yeah.
I agree.
Now, for
I
$2,000
agree.
to $3,000 for Valentine's Day, what did you have a good Valentine's Day though?
It was okay.
No, for $2,000 to $3,000, it better been amazing, wonderfully amazing, the best Valentine's
always-
Day of your 41 years of life, like the Super Bowl of Valentine's Days. What happened after the wedding?
It was almost like a threesome.
What?
We're in the car, I'm kissing on her and stuff like that.
On your wife?
And her friend also joins in. And then afterwards, we got a hotel room, and then
Oh, I was not expecting this today. If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV. What happened after the wedding?
well, it was another group thing. I was kind of tipsy. She was kind of tipsy. Our friends was kind of tipsy, and it was almost like a threesome.
What?
Well,
Alright.
we're in the car. I'm
Hold
kissing
up.
on her and stuff like that.
On your wife?
And her friend also joins in and everything.
Joins in you kissing your wife.
And then afterwards, we got a hotel room, and then
Who was we? The three of y'all?
the four.
Oh, I was not expecting this today. Not after Bible study. Not after y'all met at Bible study. Who was a friend?
Old relationships, old news.
Well, it can't be old news. Y'all only been married 8 months.
Yeah.
That's new news.
Nah, it wasn't even like that. It was not even like that.
This is a woman?
Yes.
And she's at your wedding?
Yeah.
A relationship that you were just getting out of? And she's
Yeah.
at your wedding, in the car, and at the hotel with you on your wedding
Well,
night.
at that point, we have a friendship. It's nothing like that. No, it's nothing
Well,
like that.
this is more than friendship.
no,
what I'm
it's,
hearing about today.
trust me, it's a friendship. I do not desire it. No, not at all.
So what is
But
the
they
relationship
played a
with this
trick on me.
person now?
She's just my
I'm
best
asking
friend.
him.
No, oh, okay, go ahead.
I'm asking him. What do you say the relationship is with her now?
It's her best friend. They talk every day. In a way, I was kind of jealous of their relationship because I wish our relationship was as good as their relationship. It's been times in which her friend had to invite me on things that they were doing because my wife would not invite me.
So you're saying that she talks to this friend every day, now, currently. That's the
Yes.
kind of friendship.
Yes, and
Okay.
and Your Honor, I did draw back from him. So he's right. I can't stand him. I can't at all. Because after marriage, in December, the same month we got married, I was over her house. And then I went upstairs to use the bathroom, and I hear my husband on the phone. I said, that's my husband. So I picked up the phone, and I hear him talking about, oh, my wife wasn't nothing before I met her. I made her.
I did
she
not-
was
I did
she
not
was
say that.
small. Now she's big. She was making $1,200 a month, getting money from her godmother to help pay her rent. I said, hold up. First of all, if you're going to say my income, say it right. I was making $1,578.32. And I wasn't making enough, but I was making enough to sustain me. I was always taking care of me. So don't get me twisted, because I don't need you. I married you because I love you. I want you. I thought you was the man that I thought you could be, but you turned out to be like everybody else in the world, even my best friend, who all turned their back on me. And for to hear my husband say that about me, that tore me even more. If we have a relationship, it's between me and you, not the world.
And it's called communication.
Just
in
something
which
you
we
like.
don't
Something-
do.
Calm down, Miss Reed. Calm down. Calm down. Let's all woo-saw. Take a deep breath. Mr. Reed, who were you on the phone with that she overheard a conversation with?
Her friend's boyfriend.
Okay, so she overheard you saying some things about her.
Because evidently I was secretly on three-way with it on the speakerphone.
So they were sneaking and listening to your conversation, but nevertheless, this was the
Incorrect.
conversation you were having,
Incorrect.
She
according
told
to
me
you.
that I can trust her friend's boyfriend and vent because I have no one to talk to about
Lies.
anything.
Okay, so you had this conversation. They
was just a little vent.
You were venting.
I just had to get it out, and then I was
she
good.
overheard you.
Right.
But then you have this her friend, this best friend. Now you see them together every day, and this is someone who she was once involved with.
Right. And,
right before you. Right.
And, basically, I just feel alone in my own home because
you know what?
Now I'm not even talking to anybody.
Well, let me tell the two of you something. After 8 months of marriage, you're really supposed to be still in your honeymoon phase.
Right.
If it's a happy and healthy relationship, this is
I
the
agree.
best part.
Yeah.
But for the two of you, it's been the worst. Whatever happened on your wedding night, because I get the picture that I'm not getting the full story, but I'm not going to dig any deeper because neither one of you are saying your memory is great from that night, but something happened, and then this woman who you say is your friend, although you're married, you checked out of the marriage. Because this woman who you say is just a friend, who wasn't just a friend as early as 8 months ago, wasn't just a friend, is now someone that you are emotionally investing your time in on a daily basis. And this is someone you just recently had more than a friendship with, is what I'm saying. And on your side, all the things you've said about her that she heard you say, in her mind, you are unable to come back. So she's done. She's done. She said she's done.
Just that day.
That was that day.
I just had to vent that out.
I understand that, but I'm telling you the ramifications. And I've read the papers. You said that she cannot stand the air that you breathe.
No.
No.
That is what you said.
No.
8
no.
months into marriage.
She don't even look at me.
This is one of those times where you didn't know each other well enough to get married.
No.
You just didn't.
Right.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, and this one didn't.
No.
The two of you agree on one thing today, and that is you don't want to be together. You don't want to be around each other, and that from everything I've heard, you all checked out of this marriage right after it started. Neither one of you are blameless, and sometimes the biggest takeaway from a relationship is the lesson that you learn. And for you two, it's going to be the lesson that you learn. And hopefully, one thing you learn is not to bring a third person into your marriage, platonic or otherwise. You did it with the male friend, you did it with the female friend. And those two things, that was the start, that was the beginning of the end. And it started on the wedding night. The two of you do not have children together.
Thank God.
Be grateful that you found out now rather than later. Because you could pay now or you paid later. You pay now. And you move forward and take the lesson from the experience. Good luck to both of you.
I think Judge Faith's verdict is on point. I do believe that I have no regrets.
He isolated me from my family, my friends, everything. It's just, and my friends, I had nobody. And emotionally, I didn't have anybody. And what I can say to people, don't ignore the warning signs. Do not warn the insecurities. Do not ignore all of that. Because a person can show you for who they are for a few. But after the I do's, it's a wrap. Just because you in love, that don't mean you're meant to be with each other. I gotta go, because it's too much. Because it's